Oh look, there she is.
Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about Wonder Woman's new title. Why is Steve Trevor still alive? How is he still alive? What the movie might be about, and some cool photos and videos on the set of Wonder Woman 2. So Wonder Woman got a new title today, and the title of it is Wonder Woman 1984. Obviously, by the title, you can tell that it's going to be done in the 1980s. And one theory is that Cheetah is responsible for him being alive. Cheetah has advanced speed and agility, but there is one power in particular that she has, which I'm hoping that they use, is that her bites can transfer certain amounts of her power to her victims, making them hybrid beings under her control. Clearly, from the set photos, Steve does not appear to have any whiskers or fangs, but the DCEU can very well just leave that out and just basically make him kind of like a zombie type under mind control. And another theory is he's a villain in disguise. One of the most horrifying possibilities for Steve's appearance comes from The Hollywood Reporter, which theorizes that a villain such as the comics Dr. Psycho could have created a phantom Trevor, this being looking identical in every way to Diana's deceased love, would then be used to fight her and possibly distract her from more pressing dangers related to the war. And there is another theory that Diana is being influenced by Xerxes. I hope I'm saying that right. Wouldn't be too far off the mark to anticipate DC bringing in a secret villain, specifically Xerxes, who is an iconic adversary of Diana's in the comics. Screen Crush believes this theory is highly likely, as there are already many magical elements present in Wonder Woman's story in the DCEU. As to where Steve Trevor comes in, it's pretty much a staple of Xerxes' power to perform enhancements. This means she could be magically influencing Diana to think she sees Steve, or has even put her in another reality where Steve Trevor is still alive. Or perhaps she has been enchanted, or she has even enchanted his body or the body of another to appear to Diana and distract her. As to why she would do this, or who would be playing the sorceress, only time will tell. However, this theory holds a lot of merit, as magic and mythology seem to permeate the Wonder Woman legacy. And finally, there's one last theory. It was the anti-aging bath. Remember that bath Steve took after landing in Themyscira? Well, a fan on Twitter does, and his theory is that the waters had magical properties that actually prevent Steve from aging. As for why he's missing for so long, he suggests the explosion may have given him amnesia, which is a possibility. The Steve we see in the new promo image certainly looks a little out of his element, possibly unaware of why he hasn't been aging for the past few decades. Were this to play out in Wonder Woman 84, Diana would most likely have to help him remember his past and what they mean to each other. So I found out some very interesting news that Jeff Johns and DC Entertainment president Diane Nelson revealed that they are no longer interested in forcing DCEU movies to connect to each other anymore. Besides that, the movie takes place in the 1980s, and there isn't a way to connect the story to the rest of the Leaguers since they won't be around until the present day. I found something else that was interesting, that Zack Snyder is still on as producing Wonder Woman 2. Alright, let's get into the photos and videos I have of the filming of Wonder Woman 2. And here is picture number 1. And in the next photo, we see Diana with what looks like possibly a cheetah bite under her shoulder. And then there's looks like bruising around her leg. My question is, if she can take a headbutt from Superman and get not one bruise on her, and Cheetah can do this to her, how powerful is Cheetah? And in the next photo, it looks like she is going to use her signature power move. That actually looks like the Justice League one, just a little more brighter. And in the next photo, it does look like Steve Trevor's aged a bit. He has gray in his hair, but not the way that you should be or should have aged given 67 years. And here's a video. And this one looks like it is the invisible jet by the way she's positioned herself. I honestly cannot tell whether if Diana's hurt or if Steve Trevor's hurt because they're playing around. It's kind of hard to say. Looks like there's a lot of rioting in DC, and I would certainly say that she can give Superman and Flash a run for their money. And as you can see in this clip, it looks like Steve Trevor is helping Diana because it seems like she is limping. And as you can see in this clip, Steve and Diana are having an argument, and Diana looks upset. I wonder what they are talking about, at which point Diana walks away. And that's all I have for now. I'll see you guys Friday, and thank you for watching.